So let's just keep going. That was, well, you heard. It's my sister. Um, so to finish up here, so yeah, this is where the formula is kind of going more commercial. Obviously, it's kind of like they've softened a lot of the corners and they've made some other things sharper. And I don't know if it worked. I don't know if they had better record sales or not. But this is the one where it's like, okay, they're losing it, in my opinion, as a longtime fan, as far as the original thing that was good about them. But in my collection, I found years ago a promo single from this album, the song "I'm Turning Around," and it's from this Missing Piece album. And so this also is in my Gentle Giant collection. Very happy to have these records. Let me tell you, I'm just trying to give a good, honest assessment of what I think of the records in relation to each other. And so then they put out a live album. It took me forever to get this one, playing the official live Gentle Giant, Playing the Fool. It took me forever to buy a copy of it because I don't know what you all think, but I think over the years there have been quite a few shoddy and so-so live albums by different artists. Really good live albums are diamonds, and I think it also does depend on your opinion a little bit too. But I got to the point in my buying at this point that live albums were kind of low priority, even people I liked. So, but this is as a memento of the band. It's all right. There are some parts where they jam out here and they're showing off. Literally, they're showing off. And if you could see it, it'd probably be different than listening to it. Listening to it, it's kind of like, it gets a little, I see, but I love the band. But I'm always straight up about how I assess the band. Well, the other thing I wanted to say about Missing Piece and like tie everything together is, not that a few years ago I found an 8-track of it for 27 cents. Strange price to pay for the 8-track. It's still playable, but for that reason I'm not playing it, because I do think that if I play it, it'll separate. But just trying to show all of my non-CD Gentle Giant. The next studio album, I believe, was this one, Giant for a Day, and every time I go back to this album, just hoping that it will somehow be better, it just comes out flat again. This is like Gentle Giant. It's like, they're fulfilling a contract, they're getting paid. This album is uninspired. It has supposedly the idea was for you to cut the face out and be Giant for a Day. I guess, in my opinion, the idea of the band trying to appeal to a younger audience by this time, it's like, wait, you guys are going this way. Well, everyone's going this way, but it's like, why not just let the music be? But again, it's all economics. It's, I don't know if it worked. I don't know if they sold that. I doubt it, And then the next album, this is it. And of all things, they got back to Columbia Records. They were on Columbia when I first discovered them here in America. And then they went to Capitol, some other labels, and finally made it back to Columbia. I guess their formula was working to the point that they were able to, get a contract and this album out. And Civilian, is that the name of this album? This is dreadful. For Gentle Giant, if this was another band, I think I could try. I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to be nice. I think this album is just terrible, but I have it to have a complete Gentle Giant, and I need to tape. I need to glue that, okay. But in order to complete my collection of the studio albums, I wanted to have this, but I don't listen to this. It's like the other one, Giant for the Day. I'll just keep going back every now and then and say, come on, there's got to be something good on here, and then I'll hear that the band can still play and kernels of ideas, but where they take those ideas, it's like, whew, well, I guess I hope it worked for them, what I mean? I hope it made them some money and made the record company some money, made somebody happy. The last two things I have are a couple of compilations, or almost best ofs that I have of Gentle Giant on Vertigo, and I'm really happy to have these. Pretentious for the sake of it. This is a double album. I think it's a UK, and one of these has a rare track on it. I'm trying to see if this is the one. There's some different mixes. I don't think it's this one. I think it's this other one. And Giant for Day is the other comp that I have by Gentle Giant. And this is great. And this has, yeah, it has an alternate version of, oh, it's, can't see it. But anyway, it's one of these. Isn't that a wild cover? Giant for a Day. It's just whose idea, you know? But within the context of rock music, and notice I haven't even really used the word progressive rock. Were they progressive? Absolutely. But in my opinion, Gentle Giant were so good that in my mind, their music, it's right alongside the other great rock bands of the times, you know, including everyone. The Beatles, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, Genesis, yes, Gentle Giant, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, you know what I'm saying? Jimi Hendrix, you know, we just, you know, that big long line of history of just bright, burning, fantastic, trailblazing people who've laid it down for others to hear. I include Gentle Giant. Those guys were bad mothers in their day. Very original, very original. So just wanted to share that stuff with you, because I've been seeing folks. Glad to see Sublime Media. I'll say, yeah, I hope it's cool. I say your names, you know. Shout you out, man. Yeah, I see you picking up that Gentle Giant. That's cool. Lazarus, hell yeah, man. Yeah, I'll pick up the records, man. Okay, guys, leave me comments.